Yes, it is me, Market Vendor, here again today. Well, first and foremost, I want to congratulate Dr. Keith Rowley and his PNM for a hard fought, even though it's a tight election victory over the United National Congress. I guess they're going to be looking for a leader soon because, when you lose the elections 2 in a row, more than likely, chances are that, somebody looking for your head. So, Campbell girl, I think you've done what you had to do. You brought back the party. You get 19 seats. You could say that it was hard done because only 58% of the people voted as opposed to nearly 70% last time around, but there's no guarantee that you would get the rest of them votes. You might also argue that some of the fringe parties take away some of your votes, but again, you don't know if you would get them votes either. But today what I really want to talk about with Trinidad and Tobago, and listen, by the way, I don't understand how come. You just count the votes one night, and by 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock in the night, you don't know who the winner is. And when it comes to a recount, all 4, 5, 6, 7 days later, when it's still counting, why do you understand that there? Huh? How come you can count all these votes, hundreds of thousands of votes, twice as many as Guyana, by the way, in one night? But when it comes to the recount in 5 constituencies, as only a handful of votes, one of some particulars that you're taking nearly a week to count them? Anyhow, look, declare the thing. Dr. Rowley win the elections and DWD done with that. This is not a Guyana situation where you have a Mr. Lowenfield, trying to frustrate the will of the people. But to the point now. Trinidad and Tobago is on lockdown with effect from yesterday. On lockdown once again. Because now they have community spread of COVID-19. Now, they got some people that sending me stuff every day, and they're making out the case, telling me that this is all conspiracy, that there's really nothing to worry about, and so on. Well, I will let them take that road. I, Market Vendor, will continue to use the mask, wash and sanitize the hands, which I used to do anyhow. Not with the frequency that every time I go in the store, but nonetheless, it is not a bad thing. Clean hands, you understand what I'm saying? I will wear the mask, I will wash my hands, I will do all the things that I have to do. Look, let me tell you something. This situation in Trinidad, you can't go by the river and line. Now for Trini, let me tell you something. That's a rite of passage, because they carry that down by the river. You can't go down by the beach. That means the bacon shark down by Maracas. Oh my goodness, that's a rite of passage for a Trini. They're not fetting, but I ain't going to tell you about that. They're not hanging out in the bars or nothing, so the place been locked down again. But the problem that I see in Trinidad and Tobago, you got the whole country locked down for all these months, and still COVID coming through. Where exactly is the COVID coming from? So if you see me, Market Vendor, I will go down south and realize that a lot of people coming over at night, and what the Trinis is called pirogues. There's a little Moses, as we just call it, but here, small little fishing boat. And perhaps that's where they're coming from, over in Venezuela. So if you know that that's the point where you got some hemorrhage, where you got some leakage, you mean to tell me you don't put enough resources down there? Come, Gary Griffith, why think better of you than that? Short Young, you're the big minister of national security. You ain't want your nationals to come back to the country who ain't had no COVID, but you got no COVID in spite of the fact that the borders closed down? Well, if I was you, I would have looked at handing me resignation because I'm doing something wrong. Clearly, the people coming from over in South America, why you don't go and plug that there, I was only a Market Vendor. Well, listen, I don't get you big money, Give me the big money and let me do the job for you then. Oh, lost. You got my Trini friends suffering, man, and they can get vexed. Here with Market telling you. All the things that Trinis love to do every day, can't do it no more because the place been locked down. You see me, Market Vendor? A word to the wise. I gone for now. You have a blessed and a wonderful day. Yeah? Oh, lost. Trini locked down.